Hello and welcome into this afternoon's broadcast as I bring to you Week 12 of the 2021 NFL regular season. And from Foxborough, Massachusetts, the New England Patriots welcome the Tennessee Titans. A 39-degree afternoon in Foxborough, the wind going southwest at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. It's currently cloudy with a chance of snow. Perfect playing conditions for a late November game in Foxborough with plenty at stake. The Patriots, the hottest team in the National Football League right now, a 5-game winning streak. The Tennessee Titans, meanwhile, are still at the top of the AFC despite a surprise loss last week to Houston, which snapped a 6-game losing streak of their own. The Patriots kickoff were underway from Gillette Stadium, and the return is out to the 27-yard line. But a couple flags down on the play right away as that was taken out by Dontrell Hilliard. And let's see what the first penalty is as the officiating crew gathers. And here's the call. Well, there you have it, a holding call against the Tennessee Titans. So that will move them back a bit to open their first drive of the game, and the ball will be placed at the 11-yard line to be precise. What's going on, Shauna? Welcome into the broadcast. Glad to have you here. Hope everyone's doing well. And what a big game this is. The Titans 8-3, the Patriots 7-4. And how about that? Lawrence Guy makes his presence known right away. A tackle in the backfield and for a loss on the play as the Titans lose about a yard or two. Stuffed with Dontrell Hilliard. Lawrence Guy with a ferocious tackle to open up this game. Second down and 11. It was a 1-yard loss. Ball now at the 10-yard line. 3 receivers wide for the Titans. And now Hilliard shifts to the right side. Still a running back in the backfield. Tannehill drops back. Throw underneath. Caught. And a quick tackle at the 18-yard line. Pickup of about 8 on the play, setting up 3rd down and 3. Ryan Tannehill this season, 66.6 completion percentage, 2,681 pass yards, 13 passing touchdowns, but 12 interceptions. He had a career-high 4 interceptions last week in that shocking loss to Houston, a game where Tannehill went 35 of 52 for 323 yards and a touchdown, but those 4 interceptions really hurt him in the end. Thank you, Kevin, for tuning in, as well as Jeffrey. And yes, Jeffrey, I did see that the Red Sox signed Waka, the pitcher, from Tampa Bay, and look at that! Watch out! Matt Judon's coming alive already. That's a sack from behind. Down goes Tannehill, and it's going to be a 3-and-out to open up the afternoon for Tennessee. Judon just getting around Quisenberry. Quisenberry, the guard, just could not handle the prowess of Matt Judon, who was able to get around the edge, and Tannehill knew he was in trouble after that. 11.5 sacks now this season for Judon, the 3rd most in the league. And this punt will essentially come from the goal line by Brett Kern. Kern gets it off cleanly. This ball drifting over to the right. Gunnar Olszewski will leave it, and this takes a nice Tennessee roll down to the 31-yard line. So considering where that punt came from, it's a pretty solid outcome for Brett Kern as he sent that about 69 yards, maybe 70. And we do have a flag on the play, so already the second penalty of the game here with 12:34 left in the opening quarter. And we await the verdict. I hope so, Kevin. I hope so, man. We'll see. I hope it's an easy dub for the Patriots. Not sure it's going to be so easy, though. But yeah, I mean, the Titans are without a number of key players, particularly on offense, so that could hurt them significantly. I'll get to more of that later on. Wow, so 2 penalties on Tennessee. The first one declined, but the second one enforced illegal motion on the cornerback, Chris Jones. So that sort of negates the good punt by Tennessee because they'll have to do it over again from 5 yards further back. So Kern even deeper in the end zone now, about a yard from the back of the end zone as he receives the snap. The punt is away from Kern. Once again, it's a pretty solid punt, but this time Olszewski has daylight, receiving from midfield and runs all the way to the Tennessee 37. So that penalty against the Titans ultimately cost them about 33 yards or so as Mac Jones enters the field. 70.2 completion percentage this season, second in the league. And the Patriots really have been obviously playing very good football for a number of reasons, but near the top of that list is the confidence Mac Jones has been playing with, and he's really, I think, helping the team around him improve just with the confidence he's been playing with and the good decision making overall he's been making. And look at the offensive lineup for New England: Wynn, Karras, Andrews, Mason, and Brown on the offensive line. And then the skill players for the Patriots include Harris, Henry, Myers, Aguilar, and Bourne. That was a 3-yard gain on the opening play of the drive. 2nd down and 7 now for the Patriots. Yeah, I know, Kevin. The Rams have been struggling lately. The offense for New England ranks 17th in the league. Here's the snap. Jones looking over the middle, but the throw's off the mark. And there's the flag. The flag came in a bit late, but it came nonetheless. Jakobi Meyers was held back, no doubt about it. And the penalty will be defensive pass interference against Monty Rice. Will I try to do the next Monday Night Football game? I can't make any promises, Jeffrey. I want to. It's just tough during the week to do streams just because of school and a bunch of other stuff I got going on. So I'm not sure if I probably won't be able to do tomorrow's Monday night game because I still have a couple more colleges that I need to college applications that I need to finish up that are due on Wednesday. What's going on, J.A. and Quinn? Welcome in. And then Tuesday night I'm going to the Revs game. And then I might be going back to Gillette Stadium later in the week. There's the potential that I'm going to cover the high school Super Bowls at Gillette Stadium, actually, for New England Football Journal. So nothing confirmed yet, but that could be a very exciting opportunity for myself. We shall see if everything falls into place there. Yeah, Jeffrey, next Monday night game for the Pats is against the Bills, right? Absolutely, man. All right, here we go. 2nd and 9 for New England. Ball at the 28 of Tennessee. The defensive ranks for Tennessee 14th overall as this is a handoff to Jonnu Smith. And he may be just short of the first down. We'll see where they mark it. He got forced out of bounds right around the first down marker. Pushed out by Kevin Byard, and they'll give him the first down. So the chains are moved. First down, New England. What's going on, Mike? Welcome in. Glad to see you here, Mike. Patriots into the red zone. Mac Jones hands it off, but Damian Harris gets nowhere. Taken down by Kevin Byard. Yeah, that's fair, Quinn. Yeah, a lot of people have been, that's been a hot topic. I still think at the end of the day, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the players to play at an NFL stadium, to play at Gillette Stadium. I know what you're saying. It's definitely a better atmosphere to even have it at a college stadium, but certainly a high school stadium where obviously, it's a better atmosphere all around in an environment with the packed crowd and stuff, whereas at Gillette Stadium, it's only like 2% full, as this is off the fingertips of Hunter Henry and incomplete. Henry facing his former team, as is Jonnu Smith. Um, but yeah, I think at the end of the day, Quinn, I think the players are thrilled to play at Gillette Stadium, even though the atmosphere isn't as great as it would be at a at their own high school stadiums. Yeah, and they've talked about that, Quinn. Apparently, those colleges don't want to host the Super Bowls though, the high school Super Bowls. This is handed off to Brandon Bolden, who extends forward and picks up about 8 on the play. So that's a huge pickup on third down. I think he actually might have got the first down. Let's see the replay. Yeah, apparently that's another part of the equation, Quinn, where not any of the colleges I don't think want to host. I guess it's too much work for them. They just don't want to do it because it's eight games. I mean, I guess you could split it, but because there's 8 divisions, so it's 8 games, which is definitely a lot. Um, but yeah, I think at the end of the day, just playing at Gillette Stadium, seeing the huge stadium when you walk onto the field, seeing the jumbotron and stuff, I think the kids love the experience. As Damian Harris picks up 2 on the ground, second down and goal. They did give Bolden the first down on that last carry. So second and goal coming up for New England. Yeah, unfortunately, my high school's team came 1 game short of making it to Gillette. We lost to Springfield Central in the state semifinals. So Springfield Central Catholic is the Division One Super Bowl, which should be a great game. Now from the 6, it'll be handed off, and Damian Harris trying to charge his way forward. He'll be tackled at the 4, third and goal for New England. This drive has chewed up a decent amount of time with 8 minutes left in the first quarter now. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I get where you're coming from. I'm just saying it's a once in a lifetime experience to play at Gillette because all of the previous rounds, the 3 previous rounds in the state tournament were all pretty much great crowds. The Thanksgiving game as well, which isn't even part of the playoffs, had great crowds as Mac Jones fires to the corner in the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown Patriots. Kendrick Bourne with an incredible grab, and New England take the lead. That is unbelievable. 9 plays, 37 yards, and it ends in a touchdown for the Patriots. A bullseye from Mac Jones to Kendrick Bourne, and somehow he was able to hold on with Kevin Byard all over his face. I mean, Byard really couldn't do much more. That's just a great catch, great throw, great catch, well executed all around as Nick Folk comes out to attempt the extra point. And he will send it through the uprights. 7-0. Patriots in front. It's just the start. New England were seeking on third down. Jones fires to the end zone and connects with Kendrick Bourne. The offense already in rhythm. Midway point of the first quarter. It's the Patriots striking first in Foxborough. Welcome back in, everybody. So a scoring summary, 9 plays, 37 yards, just under 5 minutes scoring drive right there. Capped off by a Kendrick Bourne 4-yard touchdown reception. Bourne, one of many receivers that have really come alive in the last few weeks amidst this 5-game winning streak. 7:37 left in the opening quarter as Jake Bailey will kick it off. And the Tennessee Titans will try to bounce back after their opening drive was a 3-and-out. Here is the return, and spun down at the 25 is Dontrell Hilliard. Well, when it comes to defending Tennessee, in weeks 1 through 8, 43% of the time, teams went with the light box percentage and 22% with the stacked box, I should say. And then the light box went all the way up to 60%. So since week 9, so the last few weeks, teams have notably adjusted to the way they've defended Tennessee. Of course, a big reason why is because of Derrick Henry's absence, as he unfortunately suffered a season-ending injury a couple weeks back, as Hilliard picks up a few on the carry, but another penalty marker's down. And this time it is the first penalty against New England, offside against Matt Judon. One of many great additions to this New England team. And so that moves it up to the 31. 1st and 5 for the Titans. In motion for Tennessee is Michael Pruitt. And they'll hand it off. It's Deontay Freeman up the middle. Sorry, Foreman, I beg your pardon. And he'll go out to the 35, setting up 2nd and short. Lawrence Guy in there with the stop. That was Foreman's first carry of the afternoon. Patriots, of course, had a few extra days of rest leading into this one as they played Thursday night of last week. So about a week and a half to get prepared as Tannehill drops back. Pressure coming. Throw over the middle, caught. Put it in a tight area, but it's held onto by Michael Pruitt. Kyle Duggar was right there, but still able to make the play was Pruitt. Perfect pass from Ryan Tannehill. First down for Tennessee. And that's the first down of the game for the Titans. Ball up to the 45-yard line as the Titans seek to enter New England territory. Tannehill hands it off to Foreman once more, and Foreman a couple yards after contact, getting to about midfield, 2nd and 5. About 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Glad to have your company, everybody. What's good, Hayden? Welcome in to the broadcast. Glad to see you as goes to Foreman once more. A little hesitation as he tries to run to the left, but taken down just a yard on the play. 3rd and 4. Let's make it 3rd and 3. Carl Davis in there on the stop. And a big 3rd down coming up for this New England defense. The crowd on their feet, if they weren't already, at Gillette Stadium. A packed house on a chilly late November afternoon in Foxborough. Tennessee 0 for 1 on 3rd down conversions. They failed on a 3rd and 3 on their opening drive. Trying to reverse course here. 3 receivers to the right. Tannehill looking that way. Diving catch caught, but he's going to be short. Trying to crawl his way forward was Rodgers. But he was left hopeless as he had to dive towards the sideline to make the catch. And his momentum brought him to the ground. He wasn't down by contact immediately, but did not have enough time to get back up before he was touched. Here on 4th and 1 from the New England 46, the Tennessee Titans are going to go for it. They've had 12 fourth down conversions, and they're going to go with the quarterback keeper. And Ryan Tannehill barges forward and gets enough for the first down. So that decision by Mike Vrabel pays off. It's no surprise that he did go for it. Yep, and as you say, Quinn, they indeed went for it, and it paid off. Team with the most fourth down conversions in the league make it 13 now, which is quite impressive. Keep in mind, it's the 12th game of the season, so more than a fourth down conversion every game on average for Tennessee. Fresh set of downs as the drive is extended from the 44. Tannehill rolling to his right. He's out of the pocket, heading towards the sideline. He's going to run with it and tiptoes forward for a first down, I believe. Well, Derrick Henry's absence, of course, a huge blow. He was averaging 117.1 rush yards per game until his week 9 injury. And the Titans running backs since week 9 averaging just about 77. And Adrian Peterson was released earlier this week after about a 3-game stint. As the ball is now at the 33, new set of downs. A carry here, but not much for D'Onta Foreman. And it looks like Deontay Hightower is a bit shaken up for the Patriots. He took his helmet off and he heads to the sideline in quite a bit of discomfort. Not sure exactly what happened there. What's good, Todd? We got Todd in the house. Welcome in from chilly Essex, England. Yeah, it's I saw that it was snowing for some of the Premier League games earlier today, as this pass is caught over the middle and bouncing off a tackle. A big tackle at that was Hollister, and he's shaken up. Yeah, he's really shaken up. He took a big hit right there. That was Cody Hollister, who got absolutely popped by Kyle Duggar and stayed on his feet miraculously. Was able to pick up a few yards after that and get inside the 20. All right, we got an injury timeout on the play. And yes, thanks for the update, Quinn. So Hightower is getting checked out. We'll keep you posted on that. And we'll also keep you posted on Hollister. I'll be back after this injury timeout. The Titans on the move, trailing by 7. Welcome back. In Foxborough, Massachusetts, it's a battle between two of the top teams in the AFC, believe it or not. The Titans 8-3, the Patriots 7-4. A win for New England would mean they'd reclaim sole possession of that top spot in the division. The Bills did win on Thanksgiving against the Saints. Cody Hollister was the injured player. He appears to be all right on the sideline. 5th year in the league out of Arkansas. So play resumes, and that's a handoff up the middle. About a 5-yard gain for Deontay Foreman. 2nd down and 5 with a minute to go in the first quarter. Both teams trading lengthy drives here in the opening quarter. This drive, the longest yet, approaching 7 minutes. Here we go from the 12. Tannehill throws to the right, caught by Hollister, who makes a move, gets the first down before Devin McCourty made the tackle. And Hollister sets up 1st and goal from the 5, so there you go. He is all right, as Hollister is right back into the game. And that was a real nice move to pick up the first down. Tennessee will likely run one more play before the quarter concludes. Ball at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. And taking the direct snap is Foreman. Foreman taken down at about the 2, maybe even the 1-yard line. So a bit of trickeration there from the Titans as Foreman shifted over to take the direct snap, and that will be the last play of the first quarter. It's New England in front 7-0, but the Titans are inching closer to the end zone. They'll try to knot the score at 7 after this quick break. The second quarter is next from Foxborough. We head to the second quarter of play. 15 minutes in the books at Gillette. 7-0 New England in front. Temperature in the high 30s in Foxborough, Massachusetts, which we'll take it here in late November. It's about what you'd expect. 2nd down and goal, meanwhile, from the 2-yard line for Tennessee. What's going on, John? Welcome in. Glad to see you, John. Bunch formation, just one receiver to the left side. They're going to hand it off, but the Patriots read it nicely. And finally, the whistle comes. Forward progress may give Hilliard a yard, but that's all. 3rd and goal. Can New England make another stop here? Looks like Devin McCourty, among a number of other teammates, were there to stop Hilliard. And so here comes 3rd and goal. But first, a timeout called by New England. So Bill Belichick opts to call for a timeout. Their first of the half. 14:26 remaining in the second quarter. And this is a huge 3rd down coming up. I'll keep it right here. Glad to have your company as always. It's crazy to think that we're already in week 12, right? Yeah, week 12. Of course, now there are 18 weeks of the regular season with the that 17th game added on, which definitely adds to the intrigue. Second year now it will be of the playoff format with 7 teams from each conference making the playoffs rather than the 6 that we were accustomed to for a few decades anyways. I don't know, John. That's I mean, I think it all starts with Tua struggling. I mean, he's not the sole reason, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I am a little bit surprised by how bad the Dolphins are. Um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched a ton of Dolphins games, I'll be honest with you. As here's 3rd and goal, throw to the left side, and tripping up at the goal line was Hollister, and he's down short. Unbelievable. He just lost his balance. Didn't even get touched. So this was or no, it wasn't Hollister. I beg your pardon. That making the catch was actually number 15, Nick Westbrook-Akina. It was Westbrook-Akina making the catch. Mike Vrabel thinks he was in. He has that challenge flag out. Is he going to throw it? It looks like he might. It'll be 4th and goal coming up for Tennessee, and Vrabel throws the flag in frustration. So it will be a challenge from Tennessee. They think he was in. Let's see. He's lunging forward. Did that ball cross the goal line? Oh yeah, he's definitely in. He tripped up short, but his forward momentum brought him into the end zone before there was contact. So yeah, I think this will be a touchdown. You can understand the frustration from Vrabel. Who's my favorite NFL team besides the Patriots? No one, John. I don't believe in rooting for more than one team in the same league. I'm not that type of person. I'm a Boston sports fan, so in every American sports league, I like the team from New England and no other teams. That's just how I am. I don't believe in rooting for more than one team in the same league. So no, I am a Patriots fan, not a fan of anyone else. Oh wow, very interesting, Quinn. Less than 30, so 28% probability of being caught on that touchdown. My goodness. Need a pylon camera. Yeah, I agree, Quinn. I'll be back after this challenge. We'll see what the verdict is. I'll be back with the decision. All right, welcome back in, everybody, as we await the decision after Tennessee challenged the ruling that Westbrook Akina was short of the goal line. I thought, looking at the replay, that it should be a touchdown because the thing was, as I mentioned, he lost his balance without being touched. So he fell just short, I think, but then he crawled forward. His forward momentum kind of brought him over the goal line before he was touched. By the way, Mike Vrabel is 4 for 4 on challenges this season, and indeed, it is a touchdown. The extra point, though, off the right upright and wide. Well, that could be significant. A missed extra point by Randy Bullock, so the Patriots keep the lead. With 14:28 left in the second quarter, it's 7-6 New England. Well, the challenge paid off for Mike Vrabel. Tennessee will be happy to get that touchdown. But that is a perhaps significant missed extra point. They're just now showing the replay of that Westbrook Akina catch and what ultimately was a touchdown. There's the pylon cam. And yeah, you can see he was certainly in before. I believe it was Dante Hightower who first touched him. Well, that's good to see Hightower back on the field because, as Quinn mentioned, he was being evaluated, but apparently it was nothing serious. So here we go. It's kicked off by Bullock, who just missed the extra point. Olszewski with the return from the goal line. He's running to his right and met at the 20 and taken back by 3 Tennessee Titans. So we'll see how the Patriots respond after Tennessee answered the call. And it looks like there's an injured Patriot after that kick return. And the injured player for New England is Justin Bethel. Bethel went to college at Presbyterian. This is his 10th season in the league, 31 years of age, 6 foot, 200 pound player who has actually made very, very impactful contributions, particularly on special teams for New England. Here's play action. Mac Jones has time in the pocket and delivers a bullseye to Jakobi Meyers. Meyers all the way across the 40, and it's a first down for New England. That's right, Todd. That's right, man. Yeah, I know. I guess some people do have multiple teams that they like or support. I never understood that, but I mean, people have the right to do that. I'm not going to criticize that, but yeah, no, I root for my hometown teams, and that's it. Ball at the 43, fresh set of downs for New England. We're averaging 5.6 yards per play on first down, and this is caught by Meyers. He's got another first down. Inside the 40 of Tennessee goes Jakobi Meyers. Tackle made there by number 55, Jayon Brown. We have our first update of the afternoon. How about the Cincinnati Bengals? They're leading the Pittsburgh Steelers 17-3 with 14:15 left in the second quarter. T. Higgins, a 32-yard touchdown reception from Joe Burrow. Currently in the AFC North, Cincinnati 6-4, Pittsburgh 5-4-1. It's very tight in that division. Baltimore, of course, atop that division with a 7-3 record. Here is another play action pass and another completion. This time it's Jones to Jonnu Smith. And Smith's at the 21 against his former team. Yeah, he was left wide open, really, until finally coming in with the tackle was Hooker. Amani Hooker, the safety. 3 minutes gone now in the second quarter. Glory hunters in England. Yeah. That's what you call them. Hey, that's not a bad phrase, is it? This is caught again by Smith. He turns around, takes off, and it's another first down. Jonnu Smith coming alive here. First and goal for New England. Smith, a player who struggled so far this season, let's face it. Not struggling here on this drive. A nice catch and run. New England really clicking here on offense. Ball now at the 8-yard line. In motion is Ramondre Stevenson, the rookie running back out of Oklahoma. Stevenson lines up in the backfield about 5 yards behind Jones. It's a pitch back to Stevenson. He runs to the outside, gets a couple blocks, and tripped up at the 6. Second down and goal for New England as Simmons made the play for Tennessee. What's good, Michael? Welcome into the broadcast. And yes, happy Hanukkah to all who celebrate. Absolutely, Michael, as I appreciate you stopping by on the Sunday afternoon. Hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. Here's second and goal from, let's call it the 5, actually. Jones hands it off. Stevenson up the middle, but he is met by Monty Rice. Wrapped up, and the whistle blows the play dead. All right, John. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm just I don't function that way because I'm a diehard Revolution fan in MLS. I don't root for any other teams. That's just how I am. As Mac Jones will air it out, but it's well off the mark to Hunter Henry. It's fourth and goal, and New England will bring the kicking unit out. Am I Jewish? No, I am not, Quinn. No. Nick Folk this season, 26 of 28 on field goals. His long coming from 53. So this will be a chip shot attempt from 22 yards out. The kick is up, and it is good. Right down the middle. And New England takes a 10-6 lead. So with 9:50 left in the second quarter of play, it's the Patriots up by 4. Tennessee will try to strike back again. They'll get the ball after this quick break. That last drive for New England, 8 plays, 75 yards, just over 4.5 minutes, and it ended with a 22-yard field goal converted by Nick Folk to make it a 10-6 game. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Todd. Absolutely. Yeah, that's completely fair, John. Yeah, there are some states where there's no professional team. That's very true. Luckily for me, being from the Boston area, I have a professional team. I have a professional team to root for pretty much in every league, as that's returned out to about the 27, 28-yard line, and Tennessee trailing by 4. We'll see what they can do on this drive. 9:44 left in the half. Look at that. Drew Bledsoe is up in the suite watching along with Robert Kraft and his son Jonathan Kraft. Drew Bledsoe, of course, former quarterback for New England. The guy before someone named Tom Brady came in. All right, we've got an injured Titan on the play. We'll step aside. Injury timeout here. I'll be back after the break. All right, it was Tommy Hudson, the injured Tennessee Titan player, second season in the league. He played his college ball at Arizona State. And so we'll see just how serious that injury is. Hudson, one of 5 tight ends on the roster, but they are a bit undermanned with some injuries. So Tennessee just can't afford many more knocks as Hilliard runs up the middle for a gain of about 5. Kyle Duggar making the stop. We have another update for you over in Indianapolis. The Buccaneers have finally got on the board for Leonard Fournette with a 1-yard touchdown rush. Tampa leading Indy 7-3 with 13 minutes left in the second quarter. In the NFC South standings, Tampa Bay currently in cruise control of that division. The 7-3 record, trying to make it 8-3. Play action here. Tannehill looking to the right sideline. That's caught, but Hilliard is knocked down with a bang. What a hit by Adrian Phillips. Yeah, Quinn, I don't know who that Tom Brady guy I just mentioned was. As there's a flag on the play. Oh, and it's going to be against New England. Roughing the passer call against Matt Judon. That's a killer right there. Really an unneeded penalty. 15 yards and an automatic first down as Judon just came in late with the hit. That's too bad because that was a wonderful tackle by Phillips. Fair enough, JA. I mean, I guess some people have that mindset. As I said, I'm not, I'm not bashing people for liking more than one team. Not at all. I just am not one of those people. That's all I'm saying. As this is handed off to the right side, about a 2-yard gain. 8.5 to play in the second quarter. Dietrich Wise exchanging some kind words with Jeff Swaim. Second down and 8 for Tennessee. The Titans just over midfield. This is a pitch back to Hilliard. Hilliard to the outside. He's got a lot of room and a couple blocks. That's a first down and more for the Titans. A 17-yard run there for Dontrell Hilliard. Ball placed at the 32 of New England. Hilliard has run the ball 4 times now. In his first 3 rushes only had 4 yards. Another handoff to Hilliard, and this time it's up the middle for a pickup of 3. Midway point of quarter 2. Speaking of former Patriots players, as many of you probably know, Mike Vrabel played in New England. Former Patriot himself. Here comes second down and 7. 3 wide for Tennessee. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 2 running backs in the backfield on either side of Tannehill. Play action pass. He'll throw it out wide. Caught in the backfield. And Foreman pushed out of bounds after a 3-yard gain. This sets up third down for Tennessee. Oh, really, Quinn? I did not know that. Yeah, that's quite incredible. Wow. Third down and 4. Tannehill is a perfect 8 for 8 on the afternoon. Ball at the 27-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tannehill has protection, but the throw is off the mark. He missed his man. Looking for Rodgers down the left sideline. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. And that's the first incompletion for the Tennessee quarterback. Chester Rogers, I think, was expecting that pass to come on the inside. He did, but instead it came over his shoulder. That ball just wasn't placed where Rodgers expected it. And so here's a 44-yard attempt. Not the best snap. The kick is up. It is no good. Off the upright for the second time today. That right upright has been the Patriots' friend so far today. The drive ends in absolute agony for Tennessee. A missed 44-yard field goal attempt from Randy Bullock. Yes, I did know that, Quinn. His son does play at BC. Yep. Yeah, he probably was at the game yesterday afternoon. He probably was. Yeah. I'll be back after this quick break. A missed extra point and a missed field goal means that rather than a 10-10 score line, Tennessee trail by 4. Welcome back in, everybody. So, not the start to this game that Randy Bullock wanted. A rough afternoon already. He's hit the right upright on both an extra point and most recently a 44-yard field goal attempt. So the lead is 10-6 for New England, and they take over from the 34-yard line. Jones under immediate pressure, a looping pass caught in the backfield, and Harris going to take off for the first down. What an adjustment there. Mac Jones knew he had to get it out quickly. Harris started from the backfield and just opened up as a receiver. And the screen pass leads to a first down. 5.5 to play now in the second quarter. Mac Jones, 7 of 9, 98 yards. He can break the 100 mark any moment now. He'll hand it off, though, and Harris tripped up right away. We do have a flag down as that run results in a loss of yards. It is a holding call against New England's offensive lineman, Isaiah Wynn. So a 10-yard penalty. And the Patriots all of a sudden face a 1st and 20. Five minutes left in the half. That's the third penalty of the game against New England. Tennessee with the same amount. Ball back at the 36. Play action pass. Jones buying time. He's going to go deep downfield. It is caught. What a grab. Jacoby Myers to the 26-yard line of Tennessee. Unbelievable. Mac Jones airing it out. And Jacoby Myers making the grab. Wow. And this was nearly tipped by Kevin Byard, one of the better safeties in this league. Myers able to keep concentration and come down with the football. What a play. And another injury here for Tennessee. Seems like the Titans can't catch a break in that aspect, as we will step aside with an injury timeout. 4:47 left in the second quarter, and the Patriots on the move again, leading by 4. And welcome back in, everybody. With 4:47 left in the half, Patriots up by 4. What's good, Ryan? Yes, let's go Patriots. Absolutely. Who is my all-time favorite Patriot? Well, it's got to be Tom Brady. I mean, that's the obvious one. As Jones is under pressure again and nearly picked off a low throw, incomplete. But outside of Tom Brady, probably Julian Edelman. I absolutely loved Edelman, everything about him. So, yeah, I'd have to say Edelman. I also love Vince Wilfork. Part of it is because he was from my town, so I'd see him. I'd see him at restaurants in town, which would be cool. He'd have like huge. He'd order like 5 steaks at the Longhorn. As this is handed off to Stevenson. Yeah, Vince Wilfork was always a fun player to watch. He was a great guy too off the field. He retired though years ago, actually. But I always liked Wilfork too. All right, John. Your friend is a Sounders fan and lived in Seattle most of his life, but he now lives near you in Fort Lauderdale and supports Inter Miami too. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Massachusetts, and then I actually moved to Kentucky for 2 years. I lived about an hour from Cincinnati, but I still kept my Boston sports fandom and never had any interest in rooting for the Cincinnati teams. That's just me. But then after 2 years of living there, I ended up moving back to Massachusetts. As that's caught by Aguilar, and he'll be short of the first down, 4th and short for New England. Tackled about 3 yards short of the first down. Nice play by Tennessee's number 26. That was Christian Fulton. And so Nick Folk out to attempt the field goal as a bit of snow starts to fall down in Foxborough. 47 straight made field goals from inside 50 for Folk. Can the streak continue? Yes, it will. Right down the middle from 37 yards. And Folk makes it a 7-point game. 13-6 is now the score with 3:04 left in the half. Back with more from Gillette Stadium right after this. Well, everybody, a reminder that next Saturday, NCAA basketball action at 1 Eastern Time. San Diego State takes on Michigan. And then at 4, it's the SEC Championship for college football when number 1 ranked Georgia takes on number 3 Alabama. Should be a great SEC Championship game. And another injured Titan player. This is unbelievable, really. Limping off the field was Monty Rice, a key figure on the defense for the Titans, as this will be kneeled down in the end zone by the returner, Chester Rogers. So the Titans will start from the 25, trailing by 7 as the snow starts to pick up just a bit in Foxborough. It's a bit of a passing snow shower, nothing that will stick. Three receivers wide for Tennessee. They're hanging in there despite all the injuries, it has to be said. In motion was Jeff Swaim. Now it's handed off. Finding a hole is Hilliard, and he runs fearlessly out to the 39. 14 yards on the ground there for Hilliard. Well, we have another update for you elsewhere in the league. The Indianapolis Colts up by 10. You heard it right. With 5:07 left in the half, Jack Doyle, a 15-yard touchdown reception. And in that AFC South, Indianapolis currently 6-5, 2 games back of Tennessee, or 8-3. Oh, a flea flicker here. Tannehill looking down the sideline, and it's caught. Miles Bryant will push Nick Westbrook-Akina out of bounds, but what a big play that was for the Titans. Much needed, really, as Westbrook-Akina made the play. First down and 10 for the Titans, now at the 38 of New England. They're about 5 yards from the field goal target line. And now someone jumped the gun. No, 2-minute warning first. 13-6 New England lead. We've reached the 2-minute warning in the opening half. The Tennessee drive will pick back up right after this. All right, welcome back in. A reminder that just around the corner is the halftime report, where I'll get you caught up around the National Football League. A lot of big action, a lot of important games with significant playoff implications as we enter that latter stage of the season where the games become all that more meaningful. All right, the Tennessee drive picks up here. The final 2 minutes of the half to play at the New England 38. Tennessee still have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. Tannehill fires wide, but it's spatted down, incomplete. It looked like Christian Barmore got a hand to it. The rookie. No, it was Godshaw. I beg your pardon. That was Godshaw for New England. First year for the Patriots. Oh, no, it was Van Noy. There you go. It was Van Noy. That's who it was. I beg your pardon. Godshaw was there with some pressure, though. Thank you, Rock Hard Gaming, for tuning in. This will be handed off this time, and the ball came loose. The ball is on the ground. The Patriots recover. Kyle Duggar falls on top of it. And with 1:51 left in the half, it's Patriots football. And I believe it was Godshaw punching this ball out. Let's see. Yup, there it is. Got his right hand in there to punch it loose. Hilliard lost control, was left hopeless. And that ball was actually kicked inadvertently by, I think, Bryant. But since it was inadvertent, it was completely legal. And there to pick it up was Kyle Duggar, the second-year player out of Lenoir-Rhyne University. New set of downs for New England. Well, new drive for New England, I should say, from the 32. This is a short pass underneath, caught by Bolden. Bolden all the way to midfield. Tackled from behind by Byard with 1:40 to go. All right, we always have someone weird in here, don't we? Fresh set of downs at the Tennessee 49. 2 timeouts left for New England, by the way. This is a throw out wide, caught by Bourne. And there's a flag here. Flag on the play. Did Bourne get grabbed by the face mask? I think he might have. Tackle there by Janoris Jenkins. And let's see, the referees confront. That's the only thing I could think of. Maybe he grabbed a face mask at the end. Yep, he did. Yeah, a face mask penalty on Janoris Jenkins. Let's see the replay here. Oh, yeah. I mean, he never really grabbed the face mask. He had his hand on his face mask. That's borderline, to be honest. Your favorite was Teddy Bruschi. Yeah, no, I respect that choice. Yeah. I was too young to remember, Bruschi in his prime years, unfortunately, but yeah, Bruschi was a great player, no doubt about it. Here is Jones. Jones airs it out over the middle, but it's too far for Jacoby Myers. Incomplete with 73 seconds left in the half. Yeah, that was just a throw well off the mark. Jones 11 of 15, 165 yards and a touchdown. 2 receivers lined up to the left side, 1 on the right. Jones, screen pass, caught by Bolden down the sideline. He'll scamper out of bounds. Gain of 3. Time stops with 1:07 left. This is big right here. Remember, the Patriots get the ball to start the second half. So if Tennessee can somehow limit them to a field goal attempt, that could go a long way. If the Patriots, meanwhile, can get into the end zone, well, they could really open things up. Jones, great protection, airs it out, but it's too far. It's too far for Hunter Henry. Oh, man, he had him open. 4th and 7, and now New England will have to attempt a field goal. That's a killer right there. He overthrew him. Yeah, everything about that play was perfect except the lack of execution from Mac Jones on the throw. So out comes Nick Folk. He's 2 for 2 today on field goals, 22 and 37-yard field goals. This one will be from 44, and Nick Folk sends it through the uprights. No problem for the New England kicker. He's 3 for 3 in that unbelievable streak of field goals from inside 50 yards continues. 16-6. New England now in front. 58 seconds still on the clock. So now all of a sudden, Tennessee will get their shot. They have all 3 timeouts. So this will be interesting here. Look at the pass yards. 168 to 64 in New England's favor. However, Tennessee have run the ball for more. 76 to 23 in that category. Total yards, 191 to 140 New England. Average yards per play, 7.3 for the Patriots, 5 for Tennessee. Coming up shortly on the halftime report, I'll get you up to date with all of the action around the NFL. Plenty of notable games in the early window, as Jake Bailey will kick it off to Tennessee. On the return will be Chester Rogers. And this will be no return from Rogers. He takes a knee in the end zone. Patriots defense during this 5-game win streak, extremely impressive. Just 10 points per game allowed, fewest in the league. 13 takeaways, tied for the most in the NFL with Indianapolis. All around, the defense has stepped up in a big way since that 2-4 start. Tennessee will start up from the 25. Hello, Ice Wallow Comb. That's some interesting names. And thank you, Ben, for tuning in as well. That's a nice pass underneath, but the ball popped loose. Who has it? No, they're going to rule him down first. No fumble. The Patriots recovered, but they say that the runner was down first. That was a huge hit. As Ferkser made the catch, was he down before that ball came loose? I think he might have been, yeah. Looks like the right call. So Titans call their first timeout with 47 seconds left. Yeah, I don't know, Ben. That's a good question, man. Welcome in, Nate. Nate says he hates the Pats. Yeah, I mean, hey, a lot of the country does. But guess what? Patriots are back. So 2nd and 3 coming up after a 7-yard reception for Ferkser. Tannehill has had 10 completions to 8 different receivers, really getting everyone involved. He's basically had to with all of the injuries to his top targets. And they'll add some time back to the clock. So 52 seconds left. 2nd and 3 from the 32. Tannehill drops back in the pocket under pressure. Oh, it's nearly picked off the hands of Van Noy, incomplete. 3rd and 3 with 48 seconds left. Yeah, it was Dietrich Wise who nearly sacked Tannehill here. And he actually may have hindered the throw of Tannehill. And my goodness, Van Noy would like a do-over there. Here comes 3rd and 3 from Tennessee. In motion is Rogers. Comes to the middle and back out to the right. It's a handoff up the middle. A first down and more. A hole breaking free is the running back Hilliard. He's all the way through and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. And what a stunner that is. He just went 68 yards. A 21-second drive for Tennessee. And it's a one-score game again. Hilliard just took off with his speed, and he was not being caught. Once that hole opened up, forget about it. A 68-yard touchdown run for Dontrell Hilliard. And now the extra point attempt is good. Finally, for Randy Bullock. He sends one through the uprights rather than off the upright. 16-13. It's a 3-point game, and that's just what the Titans needed. Dontrell Hilliard. Devin McCourty tried to get him by the leg, but no luck. And the Titans are not going away, are they? A 3-point ball game. I don't know, John. I don't know what all this about bathwater is in the chat. And I don't know what we just witnessed either, Ryan. I don't know, man. Yep, you leave the room for 30 seconds and that happens. I know it, man. What did I do for Thanksgiving? Yeah, well, it was a great Thanksgiving. I had a great Thanksgiving, as this will be returned by Olszewski. I'll get to that in a moment, Nate, as this is taken out by Gunnar Olszewski, and he gets out to the 27 with 31 seconds left. Yeah, so as is the tradition here in the state of Massachusetts, in high school football, every year, your school plays your rival on Thanksgiving morning. So I was on the call for my high school's traditional Thanksgiving rivalry against King Philip, and for the first time since 2009, we beat our rivals, King Philip, 27-20. So that was great. So I woke up early and was on the call for that game, which, as is the tradition, it's always 10 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. And so then I got back home at around 12:45, as this is a nice screen pass, and Brandon Bolden takes it to near midfield with 21 seconds left. And so then I got home from my school's Thanksgiving football game at about 12:45. And then I went to my aunt's house after that. I went to my aunt's house in the afternoon and hung out there. Looks like I gained nothing. You gained about 5 pounds. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know if I gained that much, but yeah, I don't think I did, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, I ate a good amount, but yeah, so I hung out at my aunt's house, watched some football, and yeah, it was a fun time. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 48. Jones to the sideline, leaping grab by Aguilar, but he stays in bounds. A nice tackle there by, I believe, Christian Fulton. It was Fulton, and the Patriots will use their last timeout with 14 seconds on the clock. Yeah, absolutely, John. I love hockey. Yep. I was on the call for the Bruins-Rangers game on Friday, John. Yep. Unfortunately, my Bruins lost. That was a forgettable game from a selfish perspective. I mean, hey, that Cowboys Raiders game was a great game, but yeah, I mean, hey, I know, I'm sure a lot of Cowboys fans like yourselves had their Thanksgiving ruined by that, but it looks like Tennessee will now use a timeout to regroup. So 15 seconds on the clock. New England are out of timeouts. Yeah, I know it, John. I know it, man. I really am. Nick Folk's longest field goal made with the Patriots was 53 yards, which came last week at the Atlanta Falcons. Ah, really, Todd. Here we go. Jones throws to the sideline, caught by Bourne, who backpedals out of bounds. That was perfectly executed. Only 3 seconds coming off the clock. Second down and 3 after the 7-yard completion. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain, John. The only thing is, my city doesn't have an NWSL team anymore. We used to have the Boston Breakers. I used to go to Boston Breakers games. They played at Harvard Stadium. As this is Jones rolling right. Jones towards the sideline. Throw is complete. Myers got both feet in before falling out of bounds. 7 seconds on the clock. And now they're going to throw a flag. What is this about? Ooh, was Myers in bounds? Ooh, I don't know. That was close. That was close. If I had to play soccer, what position would it be? I actually used to play, John. I played as an outside mid. Yeah, preferably left mid. But yeah, I played as an outside midfielder. So a lot of running. All right, the penalty was against Tennessee, so that'll be declined. They did rule it a completion. What is the weather over there? It's about 35 degrees, Nate, and snowing currently. A light snow, but it is snowing a bit. Nick Folk, 3 for 3 today. He's made field goals from 22, 37, and 44. And this attempt will be from 53. It'll be, if he makes it, it'll be tied for his longest as a Patriot. He made it from the same distance in a dome at Atlanta last week. Here is the kick. It is up. It is no good. It veers wide right. And it stays a 3-point game. So Tennessee's defense does just enough. 2 seconds now left in the half, and it stays a 16-13 game. I think the Pats have the potential to make a deep playoff run, but I wouldn't say they're gonna. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. Who do I think will win the Super Bowl though? Oof. I don't know. It's as the Tennessee Titans will take a knee. If I had to say right now who will win the Super Bowl, hmm, I don't know, man. I guess Tampa again. I don't know. It's so tough to say right now. I do not say that with confidence. Oh, I'm not ignoring you. I just answered your question, Alpha Kenny. No, I'm not ignoring you. I just answered your question, man. Do goalkeepers ever get tired? Probably not. I don't know. Cold and snowy in the UK as well. Yeah, pretty much same here, Todd. Yeah, although it's just a light snow. 76 degrees for you. My goodness. I would love to be down there in Florida right now, Hayden. I'll step aside for the halftime report. Back to catch you up around the National Football League in a moment. Welcome into the halftime report, everybody. And yeah, I think the Patriots have the potential to be a contender in the AFC. I think first they got to take care of the division. If they win the division, all of a sudden you're looking at a home playoff game. And then, yeah, I mean, I feel like they could be a contender in the AFC. All right, let's get you caught up around the league. First to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where the Bengals are rolling over the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-3 at the half. Joe Burrow, 14 of 16, 154 yards, an interception, and 2 total touchdowns. Roethlisberger to 7 of 15 for 83 yards and a couple interceptions. A nightmare first half for Pittsburgh. Cincinnati making a statement right now in front of their home fans. That's certainly been the case. All right, in this game at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Patriots with the slight edge over the Titans 16-13. Mac Jones 15 of 21, 206 yards and a touchdown. Tannehill 10 of 13 for 79 yards and a touchdown. Tennessee, though, they're sticking around. It should be an intriguing second half with the Patriots leading by 3 at the break. All right, elsewhere in the league, has Tennessee, of course, had that monster 68-yard touchdown run by Hilliard to cap off the first half. Now elsewhere in the league, we go to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana, where the Colts are hosting the Buccaneers, and the Colts just scored a touchdown. They're up 24-14 over Tampa with 18 seconds remaining in the half. Carson Wentz, 15 of 23, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tom Brady, on the other hand, 15 of 21, 123 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. As I mentioned, the Colts just scored a touchdown to reclaim that 10-point lead. All right, to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida, where the Dolphins are hosting the Panthers 21-10. It's Miami with a halftime lead. Tua Tagovailoa, 18 of 21, 177 yards and a touchdown. Cam Newton with a rusty start today, 3 of 15, 81 yards, 2 interceptions. As we now go to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 3-0, a low-scoring contest. Giants up by a field goal. That's been the only score. That game already in the third quarter with 12:51 to go. As in Houston, Texas at NRG Stadium, the Jets and Texans was, well, coming in really the toilet bowl, I guess you could say. But hey, Texans up 14-11 at the half. We go now to Jacksonville, Florida, in a game where the Falcons are currently up 14-3. They're already in the third quarter as well. So the Falcons an 11-point edge over Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville. So that's your update around the league. A lot to catch up on. More games to look forward to later in the day as well. How come the NWSL doesn't have a team in my city anymore? They just weren't good, John. The Boston Breakers, year in, year out, were the worst team in the league, and they didn't get enough revenue. Not enough fans went to the games because the team was just so bad. So eventually they folded. It was sad to see. I wish there was still an NWSL team in my city, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe down the road there'll be a team in Boston again. Who knows? But yeah, well, it was a bit sad how the demise of the Boston Breakers. Well, in my featured game here between the Titans and Patriots, Hilliard had 8 carries in that first half, 108 yards and a touchdown. Of course, the highlight was his 68-yard touchdown run. Damian Harris, on the other hand, 5 carries for just 8 yards. A bit of a quiet half for Harris and the running game overall. In the passing game, Westbrook Akina had 2 receptions for 25 yards and a touchdown. Jacoby Myers very much involved, 3 receptions for 80 yards. Tennessee 8-3. New England 7-4. A huge game for both teams, as both clubs have aspirations of being contenders in the AFC. Tennessee currently with that top spot in the AFC, but that could be overtaken if New England can get a win in this one. Still a whole nother half to look forward to. I'll be back as we inch closer to the second half of play at Gillette Stadium. 16-13, it's the Patriots by 3 over the Titans. Welcome back into the halftime report. It's been a full day of NFL action, and it's just getting started. A lot of great games around the league. The Patriots, meanwhile, in this game, a 3-point lead over the Titans. Mac Jones with an incredible throw and a great catch by Kendrick Bourne. But the Titans have put up a great fight despite being undermanned significantly with an unbelievable amount of injuries. The second half is next from Foxborough. Stick around. It's on to the second half in Foxborough. Patriots up by 3, and They will get the ball to start this third quarter of play. First half, tightly contested. The Patriots striking first, and they were in control of that half. But the Titans, with that 68-yard touchdown run from Hilliard inside the final minute of the half, have definitely made things more tight than maybe we expected. As New England were looking to hold a 10-point lead heading into the break. Instead, that lead is just 3, and it certainly makes for an interesting second half of play inside Gillette Stadium. So great to have your company as always, everyone. Hope all of you are having a wonderful Sunday, wonderful NFL Sunday. And yeah, the Patriots will try to set the tone in the second half with their opening drive. Kickoff here from Bullock. Back to return as usual is Gunnar Olszewski. Olszewski takes it out from the goal line. Stutter step move out to the left sideline, and he's got some breathing room. Olszewski all the way out to the 35 before being pushed out of bounds. And now a flag is down. Let's see if it's coming back or if it's against Tennessee. It is a face mask penalty against the Titans. Yeah, there you see it. Olszewski's face mask was grabbed there. And so that's a 15-yard penalty, the call against Matthias Farley. And so the Patriots are going to start right around midfield here. In fact, they'll start in Tennessee's half with the 49. Great field position. Handoff to Harris. He won't get anything. Tackled at the line. Byard making the stop. As I mentioned, a bit of a quiet afternoon for Damian Harris. Look at the first half stats. 32 plays for Tennessee, 142 rush yards, 71 pass yards, 213 total. 30 plays for New England, just 23 rush yards, but 206 pass yards, 229 total. So both teams with a similar yard tally, but doing it in different ways. That's a fake flip, and now a pass complete over the middle. That's Jonnu Smith inside the 30 for the Patriots. 20-yard completion. Just no one picking up Smith over the middle for Tennessee. Third catch of the game for Jonnu. Ball now at the 28. Smith in motion. He goes from right to left. 2 receivers now on that side. It's a pitch back to Harris. Harris looking for a few blocks. Gets a hole. And ran into his own man. Down about 4 yards shy of the first down. Second down and 4. Two minutes gone here in the second half. Brady hands it off to Damian Harris. Harris, nice gain through contact. He picks up the first down, a pickup of 5. Snow continues to fall lightly. And here's the snap from the 17. Shifting the backfield is Kendrick Bourne. Oh, it's a pass that gets away, but they're going to call it a forward pass, so incomplete. Man, that was I didn't mind the play call, but Jones just had this ball slip out. Completely botched the pass. It was thrown towards the feet of Jonnu Smith, or Kendrick Bourne, excuse me. And fortunately, it was an incomplete pass and not a fumble. Here's 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. 5 receivers lined up, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. I formation. Jones going to air it out. Oh, it's nearly picked off. A very risky pass. And right there was B.J. Bello, who got to the inside of Smith. And he knows he could have had an interception right there. Yeah, let's go, Pats. Absolutely, Ryan. 3rd down and 10 here for the Patriots. Jones drops back under pressure. Jones stepping up, now moving ahead, and he's going to run with it. Oh, he gets hit hard right there. He thought he had the 1st down, didn't he? He's a few yards short. Yeah, this was an awkward hit from screen. Jones appears to be all right, though, and here's 4th down and 3. So out comes Nick Folk to attempt a field goal. I don't know what's going on, Quinn. We got a bunch of weirdos coming into the stream, but hey, Folk 3 for 4. This will be a 28-yard attempt. Should be no problem from the right hash, and it isn't. Nick Folk puts one through. 19-13. Bit of pushing and shoving at the end of the play, and temper's starting to flare a bit as the referees will try to settle things down. Appears as though everything's under control. So Nick Folk makes it a 6-point game. 4th field goal of the afternoon. It looks like in the midst of that bust up was Danico Autry. Well, I'll be back after this. The Patriots up 19-13, just over 11 minutes to go in the 3rd. All right, so when it comes to the most players used in a season, excluding the 1987 strike season, Titans tied for the record. They've used 84. The 2020 49ers and 2019 Dolphins used just as many, although the Dolphins in 2019 finished 5-11, the 49ers last year 6-10, Titans currently 8-3. So can Tennessee overcome the amount of injuries they've had to deal with to make a playoff run? We shall see. The snow continuing to fall down. It is picking up a bit. I live about 10 minutes from the stadium, and looking out the window, it's definitely picking up quite a bit. I don't know if it's anything that's sticking, though, as we got 11-13 left in the third quarter. Right now, it's still a clear field, and that return will only be taken out to the 18 by Rodgers. He was met nicely by New England's Cody Davis. What's going on, Martin? Welcome in, man. Who do I think will win the AFC East? That's the question we all want to answer, right? We're all asking. I say the Patriots, just barely. It's going to come down to the last week. I really do think so. Well, it's going to come down to the meetings between New England and Buffalo. It really will. I mean, if New England can split that season series with Buffalo, then hey, they got a real chance of winning the division. But yeah, I think they're going to be neck and neck to the final week, really. I don't see it going any other way. I think it's a huge blow, though, for Buffalo losing Tre'Davious White. We'll see. 2nd down and 4 here for the Titans. Handoff once more, a hole through the middle. And look at this, a bunch of blocks, an explosive run, but now the ball's popped loose. The Patriots recover. Mills has it. Jalen Mills recovers for New England. And it went from an unreal run from Deontay Foreman to a fumble recovered by the Patriots. Wow. Yeah, exactly, Martin. Exactly. It was punched loose from Foreman, and Mills fell on top of it before rolling out of bounds. 10:24 left in the third quarter. New England with the football. Welcome back in a snowy Foxborough. It's the Patriots up by 6, and they have the ball once more. After another what looked like a big run for Tennessee, but recovered by the Patriots after the forced fumble. 10:24 left in the third quarter, and New England will start from their own 37. Jones under pressure, gets it out quickly, caught over the middle by Hunter Henry, who's tripped up just shy of the 45. And looking back on another replay, punching that ball loose was J.C. Jackson. Got his right fist in there to pop it loose, and Jalen Mills falling on top of it. 2nd down and 1 here for the Patriots. Second turnover of the game for Tennessee, and that's a quarterback sneak. Mac Jones with a first down and a few more yards. A defeated Deontay Foreman looks on the sideline. He knows how big that fumble was. New England now with a chance to reclaim a 2-score lead. Jones going to hand it off, run up the middle, lunging forward for a 2-yard gain is, I believe, Damian Harris. Well, when you compare Tom Brady's rookie year 2001 and Mac Jones' rookie year here, it's very similar. Brady started 5-5, won his final 9 games. Jones started, of course, 2-4, has won his last 5. The stats are very comparable as well. I'm not saying I'm comparing the two, but hey, there are comparisons to be made between the 2 rookie seasons. Jones going to air it out, leaping grab, but no, it's dropped by Myers. Incomplete. Byard was there in coverage. 3rd down and 8. Fulton knocked him from behind. And that's what got the ball loose, actually. Yeah. Do I ever watch NFL Red Zone? Unfortunately, I don't have NFL Red Zone, Ryan. Yeah, I would love to watch NFL Red Zone. Whenever the Patriots aren't playing, I would definitely tune in. But I don't have the packet. My TV package doesn't have NFL Red Zone. It's on a more expensive package that my dad's not willing to get. I don't really blame him. And there's a sack. Byard in there to take down Mac Jones, and it's just the stop Tennessee's defense needed. Byard just right up the middle, went unblocked, got to Mac Jones quickly. And the Patriots will be forced to punt on 4th and 19. Jake Bailey sends the punt Tennessee's way. Rodgers makes the fair catch at the 11. 7:51 remaining in the third quarter. It's 19-13. New England up by 6. Yeah, I 100% agree, Ron. I 100% agree with you. I don't think anyone will be what Brady ever is. Yeah, but yeah, he definitely has the potential to be, a top 5 quarterback in the league. No doubt about it. He has the potential. You can see that the potential is there. When I return, it's Tennessee with the ball again, only down by 6. 7:51 left in the third quarter, and Tennessee back with the football. Patriots up by 6. The snow not really letting up at Gillette Stadium. Continues to fall down in Foxborough. Drive here starts from the 11 for the Titans. Tannehill looking right, throw deflected and incomplete. Dietrich Wise got a hand to it. What's going on, Nick? So glad to see you, Nick. Long time no see, man. I appreciate you tuning in, and I greatly appreciate the kind words, man. Yeah, I really appreciate you stopping in. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and hope all is going well with yourself. As 2nd and 10 is on the way for the Titans. Tannehill looking right, now hesitating, rolling to his right. Judon applying the pressure and grabs him down from behind after about a 3-yard gain on the play. What's up, Jojo? Welcome into the broadcast. Yeah, there was a fumble back earlier in the half. Fumbling was Deontay Foreman, and it was recovered by Jalen Mills. Unfortunately for New England, they couldn't do anything with it. They ended up punting on that drive, and that's why Tennessee have the ball back here, still trailing by 6. Third and 6 for the Titans. Tannehill steps into the pass, but it's broken up. Jalen Mills swatting that one away from the intended receiver. The target there for Ryan Tannehill was Hollister, but Jalen Mills able to break it up. Mills, a player who struggled actually quite a bit here in this season. First year with New England after being picked up from the Eagles. Good to see him have that fumble recovery earlier in the half and that pass breakup there. So another punt for Brett Kern. Olszewski returning, and he'll take it out to the 44-yard line. 6:44 to play. Now in the third quarter, it's New England up by 6 over Tennessee. Back in a moment. Welcome back in, everybody. And yeah, Ryan, a lot of people have asked me that question, and I always struggle to answer it. Because I would quite honestly, I would love to be a freelance announcer where I would, work for different networks, cover different sports, different leagues, different tournaments. That would be really a dream of mine, to be honest with you, which I know for many aspiring sports announcers, sports commentators, they like to aim for one sport in a certain network. But I don't know. I love calling a bunch of different sports, so that's not really my mindset. As that pass is complete to the sideline for another first down. As we got 6.5 to go in the third. Okay, Brady got a touchdown. All right, thanks for the update there, Ryan. Ball at the 45 of Tennessee. But if I had to pick one, this will be handed off, and Harris met at the line of scrimmage. Probably. Oof. Ah, I don't know, man. That's really tough. I mean, this may sound like, oh man, why would you choose that? But I would probably say the Revolution, as this is play action. Mac Jones gonna throw. That ball is caught. Aguilar hauling it in. Third and about 6 coming up as Jayan Brown made the tackle. But the reason I'd say the Revolution is because I've been going to Revs games since I was really young. And I'm passionate about the Revolution, growing a fan base, soccer becoming more popular in this country. And I would love to bring the passion as a Revolution commentator to every game. And I don't know that if I had to pick one, that would be it. As Kendrick Bourne makes the catch, he's tiptoeing the sideline. He's still in bounds, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots! Oh my! Wasn't that spectacular? 4-play, 56-yard drive in 1:43. Kendrick Bourne, did he stay in bounds? I think he somehow did. And looking at the replay, wow, he stayed in, I believe. Unbelievable. 25-13, and what a big touchdown that is with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Now the point after from Nick Folk. And he will send it through the uprights. 26-13, New England. Up by 13. You're back, Todd. Glad to have you back. And yeah, it is crazy, John, how many the amount of new coaches there will be in the NWSL, yeah. Well, that's 2 touchdown catches for Kendrick Bourne. The connection between him and Mac Jones has been something else today. 5:01 left in the third quarter, and now Tennessee face their biggest deficit of the afternoon. The fans at Gillette Stadium are certainly in a frenzy right now as the snow continues to fall down. Total yards this quarter, 99-41 in New England's favor. Yeah, I know, John. It's really crazy and disappointing. Yeah. I know, it's wild, man. It's wild. So the Titans with a huge drive coming up, down by a couple of touchdowns. Jake Bailey to kick it off. Yeah, I think I noticed that as well, Ben. Yeah, I think Bourne, yeah, he was about to taunt maybe and then thought better. Yeah. Well, Mac Jones in the first half was 6 of 6 for 120 yards on play action. Play action accounted for 29% of his pass attempts. Gotta love it. Now let's see what Tennessee can do. The drive starts from the 25. In motion is Westbrook Akina. Tannehill hands it off. A run by Hilliard, and he's going to be pushed forward by his offensive line. A couple of extra yards at the end of the run. Setting up 2nd and 4. Ball to the 31-yard line. 2 receivers lined up to the right side. 2 in the backfield. It's a pitch to Hilliard. Hilliard met by Jawan Bentley. And he will not get the first down. Forward progress will put him a yard short. 3rd down and 1 on the way. I make it 3rd and 2, actually. No, it will be 3rd and 1 indeed. Under 4 to go now in the 3rd quarter. Here's the snap. It's a fake handoff. Tannehill going to run with it. He has a first down and takes a hard hit across the 40. Well, Ryan Tannehill, maybe not a quarterback known for his mobility, but enough here to pick up the first down, running on 3rd and short. That's the first down of the second half for Tennessee. New England have already had 5. It's been that type of stagnant half for the Titans. Handoff here to Hilliard. Oh, no, that's Foreman. And Foreman, with a couple of blocks, pushes through down the left sideline and gains about 13 on the play. Fresh set of downs as Tennessee once more move the chains. Tennessee averaging 129 rush yards per game. They've already strung off 213 today. Motioning to the right is Anthony Firkser. Another run. And this time it's a 4-yard gain for Hilliard. Second down and 6. Really, Todd? I did not know that. That's weird. Wow. That's crazy, man. I did not know that. Very interesting. 2nd and 6 here from the New England 41. Yeah, Todd lives in the real football country. Exactly. Another handoff. Foreman trying to charge his way through, but too many Patriots players there. Among them all was Carl Davis. Well, the Titans, following their last 6 regular season losses, a 6-0 record, 32.7 points per game, 416.2 total yards per game for losing 22-13 against Houston last week, in a result that I think surprised everyone, including Texans fans. 3rd down and 4, and the play clock winding down. Snap is off in time. Tannehill hands it off. Up the middle goes Hilliard, and he has a first down to the 30-yard line. Under a minute left in the 3rd quarter now. Right through the middle went Hilliard, and man, Tennessee keep going to the run game, and why would you stop? It continues to work out. Tannehill throwing to the right sideline. And inbounds, making the catch is number 10, Des Fitzpatrick, his first target and first reception. Able to get both feet in bounds before falling out. First down, Tennessee. The drive carries on. Now into the red zone are the Titans. I don't know, John. I just think people get mad that it's called soccer instead of football here in this country. Oh, we got a penalty here against New England. Kyle Van Noy called for a neutral zone infraction right before the clock hits 0. They'll put 1 second on the clock here. And now, as the clock resumes, that will wind out. So the end of the third quarter, 26-13. It's the Patriots in front, but the Titans just won't go away. If they can get into the end zone here on this drive, there will still be some hope. Fourth quarter is next. Stick around. All right, it's the start of the fourth quarter. How about Hilliard and Foreman? 23 rushes between the both of them. And this one goes to Foreman, who will run it on the right side across the 10, setting up second and about 1. 4-yard gain. Remember, it was 1st and 5 after the Van Noy penalty. What's good, Hugo? Welcome in. Glad to see you, Hugo. Yeah, that's silly, John. I don't know why they'd bash you for saying that. That's just ridiculous. All right, here's 2nd and 1 from the 8. I don't know what's going on with Brady, Hugo. I've been checking in on that game. Yeah, I know, man. Foreman up the middle. He's down at the 5. First down, Tennessee. This lengthy drive continues for the Titans. 1st and goal on the way. And they just keep running it. Why not? Yeah, I mean, people from outside the U.S. will do that. Yeah, I mean, I've had the same experience. I try to remember when talking with Europe with people outside the US to say football instead. But sometimes I say soccer, so and yeah, they can get mad about that. There is Foreman for 1 yard. Yeah, Sporting Kansas City, Real Salt Lake just started. Yep. Yeah, should be a good game. Should be a good game. I certainly didn't see Salt Lake beating Seattle. So hey, they're playing with house money now. Now 2nd and goal for the Titans. Motioning out left is Jeff Swaim. 2 receivers lined up to the right side. Tannehill over to his right, looking for the end zone. That ball tipped and incomplete. Van Noy was back there in coverage. Broke up the pass intended for Michael Pruitt. Yeah, Van Noy got a left hand in there. Great play by Kyle Van Noy. Is that right, John? I didn't catch that interview. Wow. 3rd and goal now for the Titans. It feels like a drive where they need to get into the end zone. Ball at the 4. Tannehill hands it off. Foreman can't get across. He's down at the 1. McCourty, Bentley, among others in there. Duggar as well as Hightower also. 4th and goal, and they got to go for it now. Yeah, they used to be the Wizards, Hugo, back in the day. No, I knew what you meant. All right, here we go. Tennessee to essentially stay in the game. Ball is actually placed at the 2. Play clock winding down. Tannehill, play action, rolling right, throw in the end zone, tipped and intercepted. It's picked off by J.C. Jackson. A 3rd turnover for Tennessee, and the Patriots will take over. Wow. The turnover created by Devin McCourty. He got a right hand to it, and it fell to J.C. Jackson. Patriots ball again with 11:59 to go. What's good, Connor? Welcome in. No, I have not been to Gillette Stadium to see the Patriots play this year. I've been to like 8 Revolution games at Gillette Stadium this year, but I haven't been there to see the Patriots play. No. I'll be there again on Tuesday to see the Revolution play, and then maybe later in the week to see the high school Super Bowls for high school football. But no, I still haven't been able to get to a Pats game. I'm hoping I'll be able to later on this season. We'll see. Yeah, who but Mr. INT? That's right. The Pats D certainly has been on point. Yeah, I still prefer Turner over Stefan. Yeah. John, I do. I'll be back after the break. New England ball up by 13. Welcome back in, everybody. And yeah, Quinn, the run defense has struggled, but good thing on the few occasions when Tennessee have thrown the ball, the Patriots have been locked in defensively and able to get that interception in the back of the end zone. So much for what looked like a promising drive for Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill furious over on the sideline. Here comes 2nd and 6 for New England. 3 turnovers for Tennessee, none for New England. That has been the big difference today. Another play action pass, low throw caught. Kendrick Bourne along the sideline. It'll set up 3rd and 2. 11:15 to go in the final quarter. Yeah, Todd is a Patriots fan. Yep, Todd is a Pats fan. He can confirm that, but he's told me that he is. Patriots 3 for 8 on 3rd down conversions. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. Jones alone in the backfield, going to throw over the middle and finds Hunter Henry. 1st down New England as he was tackled by Amani Hooker. Yeah. Well, with that interception, that's the 7th of the season for J.C. Jackson. He's been superb this season. Fresh set of downs here for New England. It goes to Stevenson. A little hesitation move and picks up 6. Steelers are getting beat up. Yeah, I saw. I don't know the exact score now, but I saw that they were getting just absolutely demolished. 2nd and 4 for the Patriots. Brady hands it off. This is Stevenson cutting to the outside and picking up a 1st down, spinning all the way across midfield. Into Tennessee territory, go New England. And they're just chewing up more and more of that clock. We have another update for you. As mentioned in the chat, Tampa Bay reclaiming the lead. Jones with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. It's 28-24. Buccaneers up by 4 with about 45 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Tampa Bay currently 7-3 atop the NFC South comfortably. No other team in that division has a winning record. Meanwhile, back here in New England, both teams have run 51 offensive plays. This is the 52nd for New England. Another handoff, and look at that! Bouncing off tackles and still on his feet is Stevenson. He's all the way to the 30-yard line. Oh my, that was unbelievable from Ramondre Stevenson. He was half bent over and somehow defied gravity by staying upright. Oh, wow. That was quite something. Pittsburgh are playing Cincinnati, Hugo. Yeah, the Bengals are beating up on them. Divisional rivalry there. And now an injured Tennessee player. That's been the story of the game. Down is Janoris Jenkins. Does he go by Jack Rabbit Jenkins now? I guess he does. They keep putting that up on the graphic on CBS. I got to research that. I'll be back after this break. All right, welcome back in, everybody. So I did do some research during that commercial break, and yes, Janoris Jenkins' nickname is Jackrabbit. So I did not know that. Learned something new today. I'm happy to call him Jackrabbit Jenkins. That actually has a nice catch to it. Anyways, Jenkins was the injured player for the Titans. 8:28 remaining in this game. Drive continues here for New England. N'Keal Harry in motion. Ball at the 30 of Tennessee. Stevenson in the backfield. He'll get the handoff, but this time he won't get anywhere. Taken down in the backfield. That'll be a 1-yard loss, as Derek Roberson made the tackle. 2nd down and 11. That does sound like a football player, yeah. Total yards this half, 148 to 109, New England. And yeah, you are right about that, Todd. You are right about that. Play action pass. Jones under pressure, and he surrenders. That's a sack for the Titans. And there for Tennessee was Naquan Jones. Got him by the legs. And all of a sudden, the Patriots out of field goal range, facing a 3rd and 21. Yeah, that would be funny, Hugo. Patriots 4 for 9 on 3rd down conversions, but this is definitely a unique 3rd down because they need 21 yards from the 41. Jones, great protection, short pass complete. Jacoby Myers the catch, tackled by Jones. And this should be within Folk's field goal range. We'll see. Yep, he's coming out. See how long this one is. Out comes Nick Folk. Oh, John, we were talking about a player on the Titans. His name is Janoris Jenkins, but he goes by Jackrabbit. That's his nickname. Here we go. A 52-yard try for Folk. Snap is a little bit high. The kick on the way. It is good. Nick Folk converts from 52 yards. Make it 5 field goals on the day for him. And it's a 29-13 lead. Reminder, the next Sunday, it's an intriguing doubleheader. 1 Eastern time, Chargers, Bengals, Eagles, Jets, Colts, Texans, and Vikings lines. Then at 4:25, the Ravens battle the Steelers, and the 49ers take on the Seahawks. Patriots, of course, will have the Monday night game against Buffalo next week. 6:09 to play, a 16-point New England lead. Oh, wow. Kansas City awarded a penalty kick. Wow. Look at the AFC South standings. Tennessee atop that division with an 8-3 record. And then the AFC East, New England 7-4, tied with Buffalo. A win would mean they'd go to first in the division heading into that big matchup against the Bills next week. Yeah, Hugo, I saw Pumas beat Club America. That's crazy. Yeah, America, the 1 seed, upset. Really, Quinn, your opponent in fantasy is Folk. That's funny. Yeah, 17 points from the kicker. You are right about that. 5 field goals, 2 extra points. And yeah, just recapping this game, big part of it has been the turnovers, 3 of them for Tennessee. That's a big reason why the Titans find themselves down 16. Here comes the snap. Incomplete, off the fingertips of Hilliard, the running back. All right, Kansas City took the lead over RSL. Thanks for the update there, Hugo. All right, so yeah. It's a great crowd there at Children's Mercy Park. 2nd down and 10. Play clock down to 6. Here's the snap. Tannehill under pressure. The ball comes loose on the pass, but it's ruled incomplete. His arm was bumped, but he was in the forward throwing motion as Jawan Bentley slapped his arm, and that's why the pass was a poor one. 3rd down and 10 for the Titans. Why is the clock ticking now? Now I'm a bit confused. Oh, they did rule a fumble, but Tennessee were able to recover. That's what happened. All right, so it's 3rd and 14 rather, and that is nearly picked off over the middle. Mills had it in his hands, couldn't hold on. It'll be 4th and 14 nonetheless for the Titans. Tennessee with no choice but to go for it here. Mike Vrabel with a disgusted look on his face. It's been that type of afternoon for the Titans. 4th and 14 from their own 21. Tannehill under pressure. The throw deflected, incomplete. The Patriots defense up to the test once again. And it's a turnover on downs. Bill Belichick loving what he's seeing. In fact, it looked like Dante Hightower got a slight piece of that pass. That's where the deflection happened. So New England take over on downs from the Tennessee 21 with 5:26 remaining. Look at that. Both teams have run exactly 55 offensive plays. Total yards 374 to 318 New England. First downs in New England's favor as well, 22 to 16. It's a handoff here. Harris bouncing to the right side, and he will get all the way to the 14, setting up 2nd and 3. Screen will come out for this play for Tennessee. Replacing him will be Naquan Jones, the defensive tackle. Inside the final 5 minutes. It's a pitch back to Harris. He has a couple of blocks. Harris still on his feet. He's going all the way in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris would not be denied. He had his eyes on the end zone. And the end zone only. 35-13. A 2-play, 21-yard, 43-second scoring drive for the Patriots. What a run by Harris. With 4:38 left, the Patriots are starting to really cruise to a victory. 7th rushing touchdown in the last 7 games for Damian Harris. And now the point after from Nick Folk. He sends it through the uprights. 36-13, New England up by 23 points. Yeah, it does look like that is game for New England indeed, Hugo. Big win for the Patriots as they will improve to 8-4, make it 6 wins in a row. And next up, Their divisional rivals, Buffalo. I know, that's right, J.A. Another blowout for New England. Yeah, you're right. I don't know how many blowouts in a row that is now. I'm trying to think, but definitely blew out their last few opponents anyways. 4:38 to play. All the Patriots fans very happy at Gillette Stadium. Understandably so. Bundled up on a cold afternoon in Foxborough. In fact, it's already getting dark out. It's already pretty much dark out here. It gets dark out at around 4 o'clock, which drives me nuts. Nah. Bills aren't going to stop that streak, Hugo. Patriots are going to keep it rolling. Yeah, first place Patriots indeed. And how about that for a change? Matthew Slater was back for the kick return, but he will take the knee in the end zone, and Patriots will start from the 25. Well, yeah, look at this. Last 3 home games for New England, they've outscored their opponents 135 to 33. Wow. That is something. And Kevin Hogan is into the game at quarterback for Tennessee. Just his 9th career NFL game. His 8 previous games came with Cleveland in the 2016 and 2017 seasons. This is his first appearance at quarterback for Tennessee, as New England will use a timeout. And a look at the remaining schedule for the Patriots. December 6th at Buffalo. Then Week 14 is their bye week. On the 18th, they'll be at Indianapolis. The 26th, home against Buffalo. January 2nd, home against Jacksonville. And then on the 9th, at Miami to wrap up the regular season. Yes, Hugo. Yep, Patriots quarterback is Mac Jones. Yep, he is a rookie. The best rookie quarterback in the league. Stopping the run there for New England was Sean Wade. And it's really consolation time at this point for the Titans. Second and 9 here from the 26. Hogan, the quarterback now. He'll hand it off to Foreman. Foreman to the left side. He'll get down to the 31. Yeah, the Steelers are getting absolutely pummeled. Wow. 3rd down and 4 here for Tennessee. Ball at the 31. Handoff to Foreman. He breaks free for a moment. All the way to the 43-yard line goes Deontay Foreman as the Titans move the chains. Three minutes to play now. Yes, Hugo. Yep, Mac Jones played at Alabama. That is correct. One receiver on each side, and Foreman again in the backfield for the Titans. Hogan hands it off again. Foreman to the right sideline, wrapped up by Kyle Duggar, a yard short of the first down. Perhaps one last play before the 2-minute warning here for Tennessee. Foreman has run the ball 19 times for 109 yards. In fact, Tennessee will just let the clock roll down to the 2-minute warning. Final 2 minutes coming up after the break. 36-13, New England running away with another victory. It'll be 6 on the trot for New England. All right, we go to the final 2 minutes in Foxborough. 36-13, the Patriots up big. It'll be another win for New England. And they'll next get ready for their Monday night game against Buffalo 8 days from now. Tennessee facing a 2nd and 1 from the New England 48, and they are going to get it. A nice second effort from Hilliard. And that will move the chains for the Titans. Hilliard, 131 rush yards and a touchdown. Foreman, 109 rush yards. First game with 2 100-yard rushers since Thanksgiving of 2008 at Detroit. So I guess that's the one positive you can take out of the game if you're Tennessee. Once again, the passing game never got clicking, and the 3 turnovers very costly. Another run up the middle. Decent gain there for Kerry Blasingame. Blasingame, the fullback, getting a carry. That sets up 2nd and 7. Inside the final minute of this one. It'll be back-to-back losses for Tennessee after they won 6 in a row. They were 8-2. They'll now drop to 8-4. Carry up the middle for Blasingame. He gets to the 40. That ball came out, and picking it up for Tennessee was Michael Pruitt. It looked like New England had it for a moment, actually. Let's see what happened here. Blasingame with the carry. And yeah, that ball was stripped out by Van Noy clearly before Blasingame was down. And yeah, New England had the football. It was Tavai who recovered it. And then he had it stripped out. But it looks like they're going to give the ball to New England. Yeah, the Patriots are going to get the football. Well, how about that for a late surprise? 4th turnover of the game now for Tennessee. Fumble recovered by the Patriots. Van Noy stripped it out of the hands of Blassengame. And it was Tavai recovering for the Patriots. So New England will take a knee, and this game will be final. Still a conversation taking place between the officials. You can tell both teams are just ready to shake hands if they haven't already and call it a game. All right, here we go. It is official. New England football. Brian Hoyer in to take the knee. He does just that, and it's all over. The New England Patriots defeat the Tennessee Titans 36-13. In the end, a dominant display. Remember, it was a 3-point game at the half, but the Patriots simply took over in the second half, outscoring Tennessee 20-0 in quarters 3 and 4. And Tennessee drops to 8-4. New England improves to 8-4. Two teams atop the AFC now. Patriots will get set for their huge divisional clash with the Buffalo Bills on Monday night. Yeah, of course. My pleasure as always, Hugo. So an updated look at the AFC playoff picture. Now Baltimore, the top seed at 7-3. New England and Tennessee there at 8-4. Kansas City rounding out the division leaders at 7-4. It's all so close in the AFC race as we head towards the latter stages of the regular season. All smiles for Mac Jones and the New England Patriots as they defeat the Tennessee Titans. The final score, 36-13. Both teams now with a record of 8-4. I'm Samuel Reese saying so long. And as Hugo said, I'll see you guys next time.